Hello, everyone, and welcome to That's Teaaful podcast. My name is Montavia Williams, and I am bringing to you a safe space with Teaaful conversations. Today, I have my cousin, Houston well-known barber, Mr. Walter White.
Yo, appreciate you for having me.
Most definitely, I'm excited to have you sitting down.
Thank you.
We always keep family first,
For
so I
sure.
had to get you to sit down with That's Teaaful podcast and spill the tea about
Proud of
what's
you,
going
man.
on. Thank
For sure.
you.
Proud of you. Sure.
So first, we're going to start off with you telling us how and where you were raised.
Okay, so that's kind of a lot. I was born in Houston, Texas. Started in South Park. I was the only child for a little bit. Then as time passed, like we moved around a lot. I think we went to CUNY Homes, one of the bad parts of Third Ward. And, single mother, definitely had to help her out. And I love, like, everything about the grind and the struggle because I feel like that teaches you how to, like, kind of move in life. So Third Ward was a place. Then we moved to Sunnyside. Then we moved to it was so many places we moved, just trying to make it and stay above. And my mama, like, she's the GOAT. Like, I appreciate her so much. Like, as an adult, because I didn't really know everything that was going on. When you a kid.
Yeah, when we was a kid, we really
you
didn't
just
know.
lit.
Yeah.
You just
He said
thinking,
we just lit.
everything is peaches and cream when mama really, like, grinding. Mama
Right,
really
trying to
up
make it
late.
happen for
Yeah,
us.
really trying to make it happen for real. So to answer that question, I would say, yeah, I am from Houston, Texas, South Park, CUNY Homes, Sunnyside, really all that, just Houston.
So you stated that at first you were the only child. When your mom had your other siblings, how was life then?
It was more of a, like, yeah, definitely you got to be a big brother and come on, let's get people ready for school. And not only that, like, me taking care of myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, my mother was there. But it was a lot of times, like, we was solo, too. Like, I don't want to just, but it's the truth.
Right.
So I definitely grew up fast, like, in that standpoint, like, being a father figure for my siblings, So it's a respect thing there for sure. I feel like, definitely.
Got you. So you started, we actually both decided that we were going to go to Prairie View A&M University together.
Yeah.
We were commuting from Houston to Prairie View, both of us taking turns every day
Facts, driving.
to drive out there. It was during the summer. We was doing Panther Camp. And when the school semester started, I stayed off campus and he stayed on campus. So we rarely was seeing each other.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, I found out that he was leaving Prairie View.
Drop
and
that.
he was
Definitely.
leaving Don't drop out, y'all. If you're in college, keep going.
Yeah, for sure.
But what made you go to PVMU and then decided to leave?
So it was a lot of factors, like, in that. But one of the main ones, like, depression and dealing with things like, as you growing up, becoming a man, like, it's a lot of things my mother couldn't teach me. And as I was getting closer to God on a, like, healing journey myself, I started learning more and more and more that I wasn't learning in college. Like, I'm clashing with this mindset I used to have before, like, I started my relationship with God. So it was like day-to-day battles of trying to, should I keep my friends and family happy with this staying in college thing? Or should I go, you know what I'm saying?
Do what's best for you.
Do what's best for me and my mind and
That's
my
a good
peace and everything like that. So I would say, for sure, go to college. You know what I'm saying? Try it. We had a lot of good times at college. Crazy
we was on the
times.
hill.
For sure. So I would say go to college, you know what I'm saying? Try it. But if it don't work for you, don't force it. Like, don't go get in debt and all that. I'm not
Just
speaking
to
against
make
it.
others happy.
Others happy, yeah.
Right, because it's crazy when we're in college. I'm going to be honest, when we're in college, we really not doing it for us. We're doing it for our parents. We're doing it for family. You know, it's a good look, you know.
Exactly.
And then when we're in college, you barely got the people that want you to go to college to help you.
There for you, yeah.
Like they're barely there for you. They just waiting for you to give them for you to make it. Give them your degree, and they can say, "Oh, you did it in 4 years." But honestly, with college, it's not easy. You're learning how to be independent. You really have to be built for it because you're on your own out there. And I'm glad that you brought up. I'm glad you brought that up, and you talked about your relationship. Well, you talked about you building your relationship with God. So
Definitely.
How is your relationship with God now? Because I always see you on social media. You do walks in the park. You know, it's like you're focused on your peace and your relationship with God. So how is it now?
Within leaving PV is when I got really close to God. Like, it was one of the lowest points in my life, like, that I never spoke on. I just kept it within. But now my relationship with God, like, I don't even worry. Like, I don't worry. I go to the park, meditate, pray. And I'm not one of these, like, strict, judgeful persons or something like that. I just keep it real. Like, I do good. I do what I can. I try to mind my business, stay out the way, and just live a cool, positive, peaceful life. Like, but my relationship with God is real unique, like, and tight. Like, we good for sure.
Got you. So everyone have like a Bible scripture that helped them get through their depression state, or when they was in a dark place. Do you have one? And tell us.
I have a couple. I like a couple, but the one that I really like is, which one do I really like? We can pause it.
Oh, you funky.
Let me see. It's a couple. Hold on. Let me find the correct one though. So I won't be up in here long. My bad.
No, you're fine.
I know this probably
because I want you to say the correct words in the Bible scripture.
Yeah,
I don't want you to mess up nothing that's coming out the Bible.
Literally. Okay. Bet. So we good to go now? So my favorite scripture was Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Like, that's true. Like, no matter what you're going through, no matter how you feeling, like, God is unexplainable and can do miracles, like
the impossible.
So knowing that you have God in you, you should feel the same. Like, just having a little bit of faith can make the biggest of impacts, the biggest of differences in your life. Like,
and that's crazy because that's one of my favorite scriptures. I actually got it tatted on me.
Hard. Exactly.
This was like my second or third tattoo, and then I have faith at the back of my
man, you can do it all with God, for sure.
Right, and just believing in Him, and like you said, keeping the faith. Like, you have to believe and you have to have the faith. And my pastor just said Sunday, he just stated on Sunday, if you're gonna pray, don't worry.
Facts.
If you're gonna worry, don't pray, because you're canceling your prayers by worrying. So you're delaying everything just because you're worrying. If you're gonna believe in God, believe in Him all the way.
Definitely.
You can't pray to Him and say, "Oh, Father God," and ask Him for things or ask Him to do things, and then once you're done with your prayer, you go into worrying. Oh, is He gonna do it? Is He gonna be on time? You can't do that. So I'm glad you brought that up. Let's go to the next question.
Cool.
So you're a Houston barber. So I want you to tell us, how did you get into cutting hair?
So I've never told this story, but in a crazy way, like, on my walk and getting closer to God, like, one day I literally had a dream that I was cutting hair. Like, I didn't understand it. And there's barbers in my family, like, shout out Gucci Guerrero. Like, I used to watch him cut in the hood back in the day, but it never clicked in my mind, like, oh, I want to be a barber. But as I left college And, I was on that, like, crunch time. Like, what am I going to do? I'm in a gym. I'm getting closer to God. I'm in a gym. And boom, I see this barber college right off Griggs. And I end up going in there, chopping it up. And I'm like, this feel like deja vu. But that was the dream I had. Like, I literally had the dream. So I went in there, not knowing nothing. And I end up knowing the guy who owned the whole shop, Mr. Mike. So he gave me a barber paper. He was like, you trying to become a barber? I was like, man, I don't know. I'm just really coming in here, checking it out. He gave me the paper, and God works, like, in the craziest ways. Like, the amount to start and get your clippers and stuff was $1,000. Literally $1,000 was all I had in my account. And the next day, I'm like, I just bet on it, and it's been lit ever since, for real. So
how long did you do barber school?
I went for like 5-6 months, then left. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
At this point, you don't like school.
Yeah, it was back and forth. Like, once I learned the skill, I'm trying to run it up, man.
Right. So when you first started cutting hair, and you started accepting clients, what was the first thing, like, you thought, like, knowing you're still learning? And in order for you to become better, you have to experiment, try.
Experiment, and I appreciate my guys for coming through, man. I love y'all boys. Like, people was coming through letting me fry them. Like, I have the images, but look at us now. Like, so I would say, you know what I'm saying? You always got to start somewhere. Don't be afraid to fail, because, like, you got to keep going. You get better. Like, and if they your homies, they'll let you practice on them, for real, if they your real homies. Definitely.
Got you. Friends have to support their friends when they're trying to become or do something in the entrepreneurship world. We have to support. So what do you like about being a barber?
It's so many things, like, I love about it. One of the main ones, like, the flexibility, like, nobody being able to tell me, oh, be here at this time or leave at this time. Like, if I want to come to the shop at 5 a.m. and stay there and leave at 10 p.m., I can do that. Nobody can get mad and fire me. Nobody can play with me. Like, nobody can play with my livelihood. And that's what I love so much. Like, I get to get up and make my own way. Like,
you're in control.
Yeah.
Like, you're your own boss. You don't have to worry about nobody writing you up.
Literally. Like, I can wear what I want. I can go take a little break. You know what I'm saying? Just everything. Like, I love everything about it. Like, meeting people, networking, like, meeting so many people, giving advice, getting advice, learning so much game, and just, like, I feel like I'm a pillar in a community, and I connect so many people. Like, it's really dope. Like, it's really live.
Got you.
Slept on career.
So what was one of your biggest challenges while being a barber? Like, something that really challenged you or made you second guess being a barber?
The slow days. I'm not gonna lie. The slow days as a barber coming up are crazy. Like, it will be weeks. You just no motion. Like, you like, man, is this the right thing? Like, what did I do? And that can go for any career. But I would say stay down, trust the process, and, like, don't give up. My thing is, I would not make $1 for, like, days straight. Then on a Friday, I make 500. On a Saturday, I make 500.
Right.
So it's like, that's one of the crazy things about the entrepreneur world. And also, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, it was one of your biggest challenges.
Yeah. So another big challenge was being, like, everything in one. When you get in that entrepreneurship world, like, you the CEO, you got to make the cards for your business. You got to go recruit the people for your business. It's like a lot of things that you have to do. So before jumping into that, make sure it's something that you really, you know what I'm saying, ready to put that work in, because you don't have a boss come in and hand you your paycheck. You got to go get your paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So
you have to promote yourself, and that's what our generation that's what our generation is good at with content.
Yeah.
You know, so when you say you have some slow days, I hear that a lot from hairstylists, girls that do nails, makeup. They be like, okay, around holiday time, we busy. We busy and we booming, but it's some months to where we slow. We not making no money. We only seeing 1 or 2 people a day. And entrepreneurs, they depend on that because that's what pay their bills.
Facts.
So I get what you're saying. So what set you apart from other barbers? Because my opinion, being a barber, I'm not gonna say it's easy.
Yeah.
You know, y'all all doing the same thing because everybody is different. But what set you apart from other barbers?
So it's a lot of things that set me apart. Like, not only am I one of the most detailed, barbers in Houston, like detailed, punctual. I'm not going, if I say something, I'm going to come through, like no matter what. Like, I don't care. And also, I'm myself. Like, it's more than a cut when you come to me. Like, most of me and my clients, whether it be kids, whether it be adults, it's like a brotherhood. And like,
a relationship.
Yeah, I could talk to them, they could talk to me, we could laugh, they could pull up, we could blow one, whatever it is, like, it's cool. And I always say that as a filler word.
You're good.
But yeah, I love that about the shop.
Okay, so this just crazy. It just popped up in my head thinking about barber. Okay, so now in our generation, we have the boys that's getting haircuts to where it look like concealer. Concealer around the edges.
Some of these barbers gotta chill, man.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So definitely in the beginning of like my little barber stage, I used to spray myself with it. And I went over to this girl house, no cap, white pillow, came off. Very embarrassing. I'm like, yeah. So now I'm perfecting the natural cut. Like, the black spray, I feel like we barbers, like, we not painters. You know what I'm saying? And when you cut somebody's hair, you should want it to last. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be wanting to...
Quick fix.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, actually cut the hair then. But some people want that. So I don't try to be in a box. You know what I'm saying? It's valuable.
They will ask for?
Yeah, some people will. If you like a rapper or like you're gonna be on TV, I see no problem with you getting it for the day. But like if you just blasting on like
for it to last for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause when I see that, I be like, I don't remember. When we were kids, y'all had our brothers and stuff.
You see me? Hey.
Okay, so let's talk about it. The most you've been paid for a haircut.
I remember this like yesterday. Shout out to Jeremy. It was like 1 a.m. I get somebody calling my phone. He like, it's Jeremy. It kind of sounded like him, but I didn't know who it was. So I FaceTime him. It was really bro. He like, bro, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So $1,000 in. Other things, it was a vibe, the video shoot was crazy, and we still locked in to this day.
Got you. So did you know him before he called, or did he call you off word from a mouth or promo?
Word of mouth. Like, I love my people, like Mati, shout out Mati.
Okay, yeah,
you
Mati.
know Mati. So I cut her, I get her right, and she been supporting me from day one. Like, any main rapper, like anybody that comes to the city, athletes, she gon'
refer.
For sure. So word of mouth. That's why as hairstylists, as whatever you do, it's good to just do good business. Like
good customer service.
Yeah.
That's something in our generation also that a lot of entrepreneurs are lacking is customer service.
Your customer is up here, man. Like, do whatever you can to make sure your customer is comfortable. Like, don't let nobody disrespect you by all means. But like, be more professional, y'all. Like, I be seeing some of these crazy hairstylists.
Crazy out here.
Like, come on, keep it P. Like, make it work.
And customer service in the entrepreneurship world, it means everything. And I just feel like if you're gonna have a bad attitude, if you're gonna be that person that cancel booking,
literally.
At this point, what are you doing?
What you doing it for? Like, why is you, bro? That's my thing. Like, a barber will say he want to cut hair. Then every chance he get, don't want to cut hair. Like, oh, did you book an appointment? I'm not taking walk-ins. What you doing it for?
Right.
Like, what you doing it for?
So how do you feel about entrepreneurs that have booking websites? How do you feel about let's talk about the deposit fee. Okay, so so let's talk about it. So let's say when they say if you're late, you gotta pay 15 minutes late, you gotta pay extra or it's canceled. But when y'all late, y'all just expect for us to jump in the chair and be cool with it and still pay the full amount. So how do you feel about that or look at that?
So personally, I see both sides because I'm a hairstylist and I be getting my stuff done too. Yeah. So my thing is, I get life is life. Like, I get people go through things. So personally, you don't have to give me a deposit. Like, I get things happen. But at the same time, if certain people, you book with a certain person and you know they have this thing, just try to follow that thing. But on the other side, I don't have it. I know stuff happen. But it's up and down. Like, some stuff be OD crazy. Yeah. But I just would say, watch who you book with. Like, read the fine print. Make sure. And if you can't on that day, tell them. Text, communication. We lost that in this generation too. Like, it's not beef because you can't make the appointment. Just tell me you can't make the appointment with some time, and it's cool.
But it's like that with, the hairstylists and barbers too, because don't cancel my appointment because you went out last night and got drunk. Real. Like, if you tell me, hey, I had a hangover, I'm not good right now, can we reschedule? Can we push the time back? That is okay, but don't send me no, hey, boo text.
Yeah, seriously.
And say, I can't do you today. Because now that, I'm be honest, I've been counseled on, I'll say probably 2 or 3 times I've been counseled on. And it was always last minute, which, like you said, things happen. But sometimes y'all be getting toe up the night before at the club and y'all want to cancel. And then y'all be like, oh, you could reschedule. You can't get your deposit back. Stuff like that.
Crazy.
Like, y'all have to be fair on both ends in the entrepreneurship world. Y'all are not fair, and I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Y'all are not fair at all.
I feel like we got to work on that. Like, bring just, like I say, the communication back. Like, it's all love. Y'all come and spending money. I'm sure the hairstylists love making y'all feel pretty. So just kind of try to,
because as customers, y'all make it look like y'all just money hungry.
Yeah.
That's how we look at it.
Communication, man. Just talk more. I feel like we should talk more.
Got you. So let's go to it. Where do you, as a barber, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? And it's crazy because we talked about it when you saw me posting about acting.
It's crazy. So the next 5 years, it's like, I want to do so much in life, and I'm already working on so many things. 5 years, I'm 24 right now. I turn 25, I'll be 30.
I'm older than you? I always thought you were.
Yeah. So
a little bit.
5 years, I expect to have multiple books out for sure.
Like writing books?
Yeah, books, different type of books of all sorts. And
dope.
I want to get into a lot of different things, back in my content, dropping crazy, short films and just so many different things, not only in a barber world, but just in the creative world, the creative space. I plan on having invested, I'm grinding so hard right now, I ain't even flexing or playing, I'm putting the work in right now to set up my life in my 30s and in my 40s. A lot of people start backwards. I'm trying to put in the work now, and it's a lot of my friends who be like, oh, you can't hang, I can't hang. I'm trying to get it, for real. I'm trying to get to it.
You're focused, and you putting your future for, honestly, we're in our 20s, and everyone feel like this the time we should be enjoying these. We should be having fun. But when I tell y'all, life is lifing, and
it goes fast.
And it goes fast, and life is getting expensive. It's not
for
cheap.
Sure.
So at our young 24, 25 age, it's to the point to where we have to sit down and we have to think about our future. So we won't have to be 30 and 40 years old, struggling, going from paycheck to paycheck, working all day. No one wants to do that in their 30s and 40s. I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to do that in my 30s and 40s. So let's talk about your journey from being a home barber to now being a barber in an actual barbershop.
Man, it's a long journey, such a blessing, and I don't even think they know where they was coming to get their haircut at.
Y'all were going to, we call it jailhouse, the hood, sure. But it's 50-50 Sunflower.
And I appreciate y'all so much
y'all
for coming.
Going to the hood.
Like, seriously. And I'm talking about, like, football players, celebrities coming to the hood. And that's why I say, like, no matter where you are in life, like, I don't care if you in a shack selling this, selling that, or you in a big building, like, if you genuine, if you put the work in, if you dedicate it, and if you believe in yourself, people gonna find you. Like, it's not, and it's so many barbershops in Houston, and people were still finding me. So it's like, it's not too many of this, it's not too many of that. If you have a feeling that is for you, and you gonna put the work in, just do it. And now that I'm in the shop, it's amazing. Like, I'm trying to bring that shop vibe back, you know, where people can just come to the shop and chill, kick it, vibe,
have conversations, and
it be a community thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, people would pull up to the shop, you bring your cakes, you bring your, you know, perfume.
Yeah. And people in and out selling their products, and then you have people who wasn't even getting haircuts. They were just coming to chill. That was just
talking community, like
because we used to go to the barbershop a lot after school. By BMI, we used to go to Cutting Edge. That's the name of it. Yeah. So wow, that's crazy because people were really pulling up to the
like, man, I appreciate y'all so much.
People were really pulling up to the hood. Okay, so you also do kids haircuts, right?
Yeah, I do.
So let's think about the first time you cut a child hair. How was that experience? Because we all know kids don't like getting haircuts, especially when they're like toddlers, when moms want to get their first haircut. Kids, they don't know how to sit down, they know how to act, and you have to have patience to cut kids' hair because you don't want to mess up their haircut. So how was that experience for you?
So definitely growth. Like, as a young barber, my patience was down here. So, like, kids would come in and I would, you know, struggle sometimes and mess the edge up sometimes with all the moving, and it'd be crazy. But as my patience and as my, like, conversations and everything grew, like, the connections and being, like, growing into a man, kind of being like, hey, chill to the kid, like, just being more confident and developing different relationships with the kids, like, it's so dope. Like, it's cool. Like, I love cutting kids' hair and asking them, like, what they want to be when they grow up and giving them confidence. And because a lot of kids don't have a dad at home.
Right.
Like, a barber, like, a lot of women tell me that, like, they be like, you damn near the only father figure they have to talk to. So I love, like, when the kids come in and I'm able to make them listen and tell them, hey, listen to your mama when you get home, and, like, just a lot of stuff. Like,
yeah, giving them, like you said, that father figure, and not even just a father figure, a big brother, so, you know, a male that they probably never had in their life. So let's go ahead and let me ask a Teaaful question. Do the women be trying to get
Hey, man.
Do the women be trying to get their sons haircuts for free, or they be paying a fee?
So, okay, definitely some women have tried, you know, to raise me up, but I'm about my paper.
Yeah, like, Bill still got to get paid.
Yeah, Bill still got to get paid. I don't care how fine you are. You know what I'm saying? We can book the appointment, and if you want to, you know what I'm saying, do something after, we can do something after, but I need...
You're not getting that free haircut, basically.
Nah, everybody got to go through the appointment. My aunts got to go through the appointment. My brothers,
I had to go through an appointment.
Like, everybody get that appointment.
Yeah, so. that was a Teaaful question. So I've also looked on your booking website. Have you had any customers complain about your prices? Because some people, they will make a lot of ruckus about entrepreneurs' prices.
Definitely. Like, coming from where I come from, and all my friends and most of my friends being, like, from impoverished neighborhoods and stuff, like, definitely it was a hassle with the prices. But it's like, when I changed my prices, it was like a challenge in my life. Like, it was my 5th year. I changed my prices to 50. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of steep, but at the same time, for my skills and my like expertise is nothing. Like I'm going to get you right every single time.
Right.
So my whole point in that was, man, I want $50 to be nothing for a haircut. Like I want niggas to come in and be like, bro, I got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a challenge for everybody to keep moving up in life. Like we was at $40. Okay, now we at 50. Not saying I'm going to keep going up, but it's like what I needed to go up. Everything was going up.
Right.
Spray going up. Clippers going up. Like $200 clippers, everything. But yeah, the main thing is it's just a challenge. Like I want all my brothers, all my sisters, like to be improving. You know what I'm saying?
So okay, let's take it back. So what's something you would tell 10-year-old Walter, or what we used to call you,
Nino.
10-year-old Nino?
Yeah. Damn. What would I tell him? I would tell him, keep going. Everything you want, you're going to get. You're getting. Just don't let nothing, you know what I'm saying, steer you away. Don't be trusting these little, you know what. And the main thing, God first. God gonna bring you out of everything. And I wish I would have knew that at a younger age. Like, it would have cut out so much pain and heartache and worry and like, bro, God got you. Like,
right. And the thing, and I feel like our thing is because you were raised by a independent single mom.
Definitely.
Same on this end. Our moms, like, they made everything to us as kids look so easy. And now that we are adults, it's like, did they go through this?
Like, how was y'all doing this? Like, it was so many of us.
Keeping it away from us.
Literally.
That's my question now, because as I'm an adult, I'm like, did my mama go through this? Because I'm going through it, and I didn't see her go through this.
Yeah.
Why did they keep that away from us? I understand, you know, mom's supposed to be strong for the kids, but I feel like if they would have showed something, we would have known how to handle it now.
Definitely. And I feel like parents, I'm not a dad. I'm not a baby daddy, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like parents, like, do try to hide that from the kids, so they just seem strong, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's okay
to show some
emotion and, like, talk to your kid and tell them what's going on. You never know how your kid can help you. That's what I'm discovering. Like, it's kids that come in and help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they say little things that'll be like, you on to something, little dude, and it'll. But yeah, you know, old school people. Yeah. They be on what they be on.
I swear I be having them thoughts like, did my mama go through this? Because I'm going through it, and she ain't show no emotion with this.
Definitely.
Okay, so before we end the show, I always end it off with something Teaaful on what's coming up next, or what do you have next coming up in your life. So let's give the people some tea on what you have in your back pocket that you about to pull out.
I got a lot of things coming that I've been telling y'all about, but one thing I would share, what I'm working on, like, is my baby, my book, like my children's book.
I thought you was going to say baby.
Yeah, heck no. But it's coming out, y'all. Like, I promise. I'm working on it, and it's coming. Definitely.
Okay.
My little book.
I'm excited because I didn't know you wanted to come out with a book.
It's gonna be hard.
Dope. So let the people know where they could find you, where they could follow you and book their haircuts, their kids' haircuts. Go ahead and give the people your information.
Okay. Instagram, TikTok, everything. You've Walt. EYEOFWALT. You've Walt. My booking gonna be in my bio. Get at me, man. I'm here for the community for sure, and it will be like the cut. You're gonna love it.
How did you come up with You've Walt? That's something I always wanted to ask you.
How did I come up with that? So it was on I got it tatted. Like, I got a lot of Greek mythology and stuff like that tatted. So through my connecting with God and stuff, I just came up with it, like, on some different stuff, like my name, and the I means different protections and stuff like that. So I just threw them together.
Good one.
And boom.
Got you. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in to That's Teaaful podcast. Y'all know where to find us on all social media platforms at That's Teaaful, THATSTEAAFUL. And we are out. Peace.